This episode of Film Riot is brought to you by Domain.com. Welcome to Film Riot Mondays. Today, people sent in questions.
They did.
They sent them. I'm going to read them. And frankly, I don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be a twist.
Take your shirt off.
First question! Did you ever get to a point where you thought, do I still love making films? No. 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 No.
I'm getting the feeling that you haven't.
No. Okay, I love making movies, sketches, things like movies, coming up with the ideas, writing them. Like, I love breathing in and out over and over again. And God, do I want to get to the point to where we make a feature? I mean, people do. Maybe I will in the future when I'm actually making feature films and it's a job and it's very stressful. Maybe it'll, because some stuff like Film Riot and Film State, it gets stressful and I get to points where I'm like, I mean, everybody has their moments. And I don't think the question I think you're asking is, does that mean you don't actually want to do the thing? I don't think it does. You might just be tired. Maybe take a step away, get another hobby, put your time into something else, and see if you're all set with movies, making films and such, or if you really miss it and are starving to get back to it. What advice do you have for us composers that do film, and how to get the proper emotion that matches the images? I think one really good thing if you're starting out as a composer, in my opinion, is listening to films and when they do their high points, their low points, when they use soft music and harder music. And also a great thing for you to do would be to take a scene from a film where you really like what they did with the music, strip it away and recreate it. Just listening to it isn't going to quite teach you everything, but if you're trying to recreate, not necessarily note for note, but what that music was doing, trying to create something similar but that is your own, you're going to find out what all those moments are actually doing in that scene, and you're going to learn a tremendous amount. It's really the same thing as the Monday Challenge movie scenes that we do. When you recreate a movie scene, while you're doing it, you really start getting a feel for what they were doing, and it's a lot different than just studying that scene. So I think that's one really, really great way to start getting into it. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The chegg.
What?
The chegg. It was actually the original chicken. It was both egg and chicken in one.
Interesting. Take your shirt off.
No. How do you keep motivated? Just always thinking about the end goal. I mean, I want to make feature films. I want to make movies. I want to make them the way I want to make them. So everything I do is really leaning towards that. Plus, I really, really love helping people, And when we get some pretty awesome comments from you guys saying how this episode helped for that or this inspired to do this, and we see some intensely, amazingly talented people putting stuff up saying that Film Riot helped them do this thing, I mean, that's a massive motivation for me. So that and just keeping in mind my end goal always. And plus, I just freaking love what I do. I love it. Why is Josh so gay? Wait, what?
I didn't know this.
Because there was the redhead, the blonde, the blonde, the blonde. You have a thing for blondes. The brunette.
Let's ask them.
They were all ladies. Or were they all beards?
No.
Is there something we need to talk about? I accept you. I love you.
They're all hot. The women.
Yeah, I don't know. Josh is kind of a ladies' man. I don't really understand the question. Unless they're using it as a negative and an insult. And in that case, what if I went all around saying, why are you so Sean?
Got him.
Think about it.
Got him.
You know who taught me that?
Hilary Duff.
Hilary Duff taught me that. If you could be on the set of any movie ever made, what would it be? Oh man, I don't know. What would it be? Jurassic Park. When will you answer the question I asked last time? I will not answer it. What was it? What film has influenced your style as a director the most? There definitely isn't a film, and it's usually more filmmakers like Tony Scott, Quentin Tarantino, definitely Alfred Hitchcock, Steven Spielberg, Michael Bay, believe it or not, but purely based off of the visuals. Paul Greengrass, Roman Polanski, I know I'm missing. Did I say Tony Scott? Ridley Scott, for sure. So it's more about taking all these different ideas and things that I love, not it as a whole, but pieces that I love from each, you know, like Children of Men, some of the things that they did in that film, I adored, and I actually used it to tell, believe it or not. So it's about taking those little pieces and putting them all in your filmmaker's toolbox to become the filmmaker you want to be, especially if you're going cross-genre like I like to do, and using what makes sense for the story each time. So it's kind of like, you know, if you have a band and you're making music, if you just listen to rock music alone and then do rock music, you're just going to be a bite off of every other rock band that came before you. But if you love all genres, country, jazz, classical, pop, hip-hop, polka, I don't know, bagpipe music, you're going to end up creating something very interesting. So I try to keep my mind open and be influenced by absolutely everything. Ryan, are you mad at me? No. Oh, Mike, come here. Hey, what's up? What's wrong? You okay? You okay? Love you. Ryan loves you. Can you remove the grenade next to you on the small island table? For you? Yes. There you go. Never said how long, though. What do I do after film school? Questions like those are hard because you're going to get a different answer from everyone you ask, and you could be asking a bunch of different successful people, but each one's going to give you something different, especially in this field, because there's so many different roads to success, and you know, it's really based off of what you want to do, what job you want to do, and what type of person you are. I mean, me personally, I went back home. I started working, I gained all my gear, and then I just started making my, you know, art, I guess. Not really art, but my entertainment. I don't know. I just started doing my thing and creating my demo reel, getting it out there and just learning until I figured out what I wanted to do exactly, found my niche, started getting myself out there. So if you want to do your own thing like I'm trying to do, then yeah, that's probably the best idea for you. If you want to be a part of a team, you really need to go where the action is, like California. Hollywood really is where you want to be. But that's, you know, very expensive. There's 1,000 people trying to do, more than 1,000 people trying to do the same thing you are. So your talent really needs to shine above everyone else's. So maybe you want to find a local production house to get tied into and really refine your craft before you go do that. So there's so many different avenues that you could take. You really need to sit and think what the best is for you. The one thing I can say for sure that everyone will say, what you need to do for sure is just start creating. Make as much and as often as you possibly can. Get your demo reel together, get yourself out there. Whatever you need to do that, definitely do that. The rest of it, there are so many right answers and so many wrong ones. So it's really, you have to soul search and pick the right one for you. I know that doesn't really answer the question fully, but that's the honest answer. If you are trying to create a business of any kind, or if you're a filmmaker, we just talked about that, a filmmaker trying to get his presence known on the interwebs, you're going to need yourself a website, or if you have a new business idea or something that you're inventing, like for instance swatches. It's a watch.
That's a thing already.
No, it will be a thing when I invent it.
No,
it's a watch switchblade combo. That way, if you're in danger, you're like, hold on, don't attack me yet. I want to know what time you attacked me. Boom, sucker, knife, and then protect yourself with a swatch. Protect yourself with a swatch today. That's the tagline. So if you want swatches for protective purposes.net, you should get it from domain.com, because .nets will infuse your website with instant credibility, and you will find all the benefits of having a .net. And you should also get the .com. Get the .com and the .net to protect your brand. Or if you already have the .com, get that .net. Protect your Swatches brand before somebody tries to take the Swatches name.
Knives.
Josh, I'm a little busy right now. Swatch is a knife switchblade watch mix. We discussed this. If the .com's taken and you're like, what are you talking about? Get the .net. Boom, you're still good to go. And if you're gonna get your .net, which you should get it from domain.com. They are super affordable. The .net's only $8.99 a year. That's less than $10. That's less than $9.
That's math.
That's mathematics. So, get your swatches idea up and going. Use the coupon code FilmRiot to get yourself 15% off the already ridiculously affordable domain names, web hosting from domain.com. And when you think domain names, think domain.com.
Plagiarism.
No, it's not. Swatches. Watch Switchblade combo. Protect yourself.
logo.
So that's it for today, which means the time for my short film suggestion of the week. This one is kind of old, came out in 2008, and from a very popular company, Pixar. It's their short film Presto, which played before WALL-E, about a magician and his bunny and the little conflict that they go through. Now, some of you, probably a lot of you, have already seen this, and if you haven't seen it, my God, go watch it right now. But if you've already seen it, go watch it again. I have watched this thing so many times. When you watch it, really pay attention to the pacing that they're using and how they are telling their story of these two characters throughout the thing, their conflict and their resolution, and it's mixed with nothing but action. So this story is being told through nonstop action and movement and comedy beats. The pacing is some of the best in anything I've ever seen. I absolutely adore this short, and there is so much to be taken from it and learned from. So definitely check that out. And don't forget about our next challenge. You guys only got a few days left to get those in. Very excited about that. And I'll see you next week. My experience, and no experience is going to be, there's a fly that just landed on, look at that. I'm like a princess, but like a dark gothic princess. Do you see this? La la la.
It's a real fly.
Yeah, this is like, I'm like the Dr. Doolittle. Should I just eat it? I don't know what to do. Like, see you later, little friend. Tell Gandalf I said hello.